guys, and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another subscribers pick my skincare video. I was doing these polls pretty much all the time, I feel like, on Instagram a couple of months ago, and even this particular selection is from one of those polls. I think it's the last poll that I did, and these were like the rest of the products that were remaining that I hadn't really tried and tested out. And now it's been like over a long time. Like, some of the products I literally had to get, in fact, like out of the 5 that we have here, 3 of the products I had to literally get it out of my empties bin to even show it to you in this video, which tells you that I started using the products, testing them out. Of course, I ended up falling in love with them and using them as well, and use them up completely. But I just did not sit down to film one of these videos for some reason. I don't know what. I know I have actually skipped this video a couple of months. I think I skipped 1 or maybe 2 months. So you're going to be seeing this video after like interval of like 2 to 3 months pretty much. So yes, this was a long overdue video, which is why I'm not gonna like blabber on too much, and I'm gonna literally get right into it and talk about everything that I have to share with you and mention, and all the products that we have in today's video. I will quickly shout out what the specific products are in case you're wondering, and of course there will be timestamps as we continue in the video, so that if you want to see a detailed review on any one specific product, then you can just jump to that timestamp. So the empty products that I actually had to take out of my empties bin was the Formularx Barrier Relief Moisturizer. Literally, I have scraped it completely, and I also have a backup of this product already. Another product that I also completely used up and I have a backup is the Deconstruct Skincare Skin Soothe Moisturizer. Then we also have my third empty, which is the Chemist Hydro Plus Multi Hyaluronic Gel Cream. And from Chemist, we also have the True Biome Pigmentation Corrector Cream. This is one that I'm actually currently using in my morning skincare routine. And last but not the least, we have the Isntee Clear Skin 8% AHA Essence, which is meant for normal to dry skin. This is one that is a part of my nighttime skincare routine currently, and you can see that I've used a decent size amount. So we're gonna talk about this one as well. So let's dive right into it. Let's start with our empty moisturizers first. To just quickly summarize, because I feel like I don't have too much to say about the multi-hyaluronic acid gel cream, so we'll start with this one first. This is basically your Neutrogena Hydro Boost Moisturizer, Clinique Moisture Surge, Pond's Gel Moisturizer, you know, all of those gel moisturizers that are out there in the market. This is that, basically in a pump packaging, airless pump packaging to be very specific, and it's the same consistency, super duper lightweight. I was kind of using this I feel like when my skin was getting a tad bit dry, like a little bit before that. So I feel like when I was using it, the weather conditions and all that were pretty appropriate, because I wanted a lightweight gel moisturizer at that particular time, and it works really well. I will say though that some of these products have certain extracts. I don't think that any of them have any fragrance to it. They do have a lot of natural extracts, so some of them can have a particular smell, like even the vitamin C moisturizer has like a particular smell. The same with this also. It has that kind of like plasticky feel. Doesn't bother me too much, but I just wanted to quickly mention that as well. And apart from that, it's just a simple gel moisturizer out there. If you are concerned that you want a gel moisturizer like that from a cruelty-free brand, that's the only time I would recommend Chemist. Otherwise, you could easily go ahead and buy Pond's or Neutrogena. Those are also more easily available and accessible, I feel, and you can find them at better like offers and discounts. So keeping that in mind, this is not my this is not something I would like go out my way to recommend to you, but because I believe this is the only cruelty-free option out there, for that specific reason I would suggest this as an alternative if you are someone who only wants to purchase from cruelty-free brands. Moving on, next let's talk about this moisturizer, because this one kind of took me by surprise. It's called the Skin Soothe Moisturizer. In fact, the Ceramide Skin Soothe Moisturizer with 1% ceramide complex and 0.2% bisabolol. Now this particular one is again meant to be something that's going to soothe your skin, relieve it if it's sensitive and irritated and all of that stuff. I didn't really use this when my skin was super irritated or kind of angry per se, so I cannot tell you if this is going to specifically work really well for that or not. Also, I don't have typically sensitive skin, so unless and until I'm like over exfoliating or using way too much retinoid, which I should not be using, like upping the frequency a lot. Apart from that, my skin doesn't really get sensitive. So this to me personally is like, if you want to do like slugging and use like a really thick occlusive layer on your skin, just as like a leave-on sleeping mask, or just to like really lock in all the moisture and give yourself a lot of like TLC by just pampering your skin and packing it on with moisturizer, I feel like that is the time you should be using something like this. And that's how I typically use this. It is one that might actually take a while to blend into the skin as well. It might sit on your skin like a layer sometimes, so I will typically not use this if I'm doing my skincare routine and just immediately going to bed. That's not the time I would use this. I would use this if I have some time, I want to like pamper my skin, so I will do my actives first, and then I will just apply this as a nice comfortable sealant. Like even when I'm talking about it, it's giving me that whole like sensorial, like that peace and calm wala feeling कि तुमने एक बहुत ही अच्छा मॉइस्चराइज़र लगाया है अपने फेस पे, एंड यू आर जस्ट लेइंग देयर एंड लाइक लेटिंग द गुडनेस सोक इनटू योर स्किन. इट्स दैट फुल मतलब it's just a different feeling altogether. I can literally feel that like inside my chest as I'm sitting down and talking about it. It's amazing. So if you want to pamper your skin that way, or if you feel like your skin is super dry, like even if it also mentions the same thing, this is meant for very dry to combination skin. So I feel like if you're between that spectrum, this is going to work for you. If you have more combination normal skin, then don't use as much, use like a lesser amount. But if you want to really pamper your skin and your skin is feeling super dry, then just apply a thick heavy layer of this, and eventually I can tell you that your skin is going to drink it all up, especially if it is needing all that. So it will definitely drink everything up. And what I would want to say, comparing this to the niacinamide moisturizer, that one will feel sticky and it will like stick to your pillow, and your pillow will stick to your face and all of that stuff. This will not happen with this particular moisturizer if you let it absorb into the skin. So again, like I said, you have to wait. You definitely have to wait for it to get absorbed into the skin if you're using a lot of product. If you're using less product, it's not a problem. If you're using a lot of product and like applying it like an occlusive sleeping mask, you will have to wait. So keep that in mind as well. But I feel like I was talking about that moisturizer for a long time. So now let's move on to the next one. This is the Formularx Barrier Relief Moisturizer. It is a cult favorite classic. I see people absolutely raving about it, saying that it is their holy grail, it is the best moisturizer ever. And when I had first started using it, I never understood why do people love this so much. I mean, I don't deny or disagree that this is an absolutely amazing moisturizer, but it never made sense to me. But I feel like the more and more I continued using it, I kind of understood where all the hype is coming from, because this is a moisturizer which will literally work for everyone. Matlab, no matter what your skin type is, no matter what your skin concerns are, this is going to work for you. That is something I can guarantee. If you have oily skin, it's still not like too heavy where it's going to feel too much for you and you will feel like, arey nahi yaar, this moisturizer is not meant for me. At the same time, if you have dry skin, this is still going to be enough hydration for your skin. So there is no one that I personally feel like this will not work for. You know, that's the kind of texture and consistency this has. It has a really beautiful, pillowy, cloudy consistency that you just take in your hands and then you start massaging it a little bit and applying on your face. And again, it's an entire sensorial experience. This is something that I personally use in the daytime. I know you can probably definitely use it at nighttime as well, but I would just prefer the peptide ceramide, or like even the skin Soothe peptide ceramide from Formularx itself, or maybe like the skin Soothe, or maybe the Chemist play night creams. Like those are what I tend to generally prefer for nighttime. But like if you're traveling, or if you don't want to own a lot of different moisturizers, you just want to have one moisturizer for day and nighttime, this is something that will work for both. So in a pinch, you can definitely use this both the times of the day, and it's gonna like totally work for you, no problems whatsoever. And of course, this has a lot of great ingredients. Like I believe this has niacinamide as well, and then a bunch of other like amazing ingredients, but those are all things that you already know about a particular product, so I don't want to get into that. But yeah, this is another like amazing moisturizer. I also love the fact that this brand has like their whole eco-friendly thing going on, like the tin packaging is compared to plastic, and then even like the outer like cardboards that they have. It's recycled cardboard, like that is used to create the boxes. So I really love all of those things as well about this brand. And again, it's a small indie brand. They are trying to keep their pricing as affordable as possible, and then they do offers and stuff, and I typically tend to buy them during offers only, if I'm going to be completely honest, because otherwise I do think that it can be a little too much just for my like pocket personally. But yeah, that being said, I would highly recommend this. If you have seen everyone talking about this and you've always wondered, should I try this, is it overhyped, is it not, I would say personally just try it out. I am 99% sure that you will completely fall in love with it and there'll be no going back for you, just like it's been for me, where even I thought ki arey itna hype mil raha hai isko, is it even worth it and stuff. It is worth it, and it's not one of those super expensive hyped up products. It's one that it's logical that you can spend the kind of money, you can try it out and you can see, and then it'll make sense ki why this product is so hyped. So if you haven't tried it out and you've always thought about it, I would highly recommend checking it out. But yeah, that is that. Moving on, next we have the True Biome Pigment Corrector Cream. Now this is supposed to have a lot of amazing ingredients that are meant to target hyperpigmentation, like niacinamide, tranexamic acid, kojic acid and azelaic acid. Now this is again like, I'm always a little confused, like even when I started using it first, I was confused, is this a moisturizer, am I supposed to use it as my moisturizer step, am I supposed to use this as my serum step? Because when the winters I use it as a serum step, so I will put this on first in place of a serum on like bare skin, and then I will put like a moisturizer on top. But if you are using this in more of like a, you know, hot humid climate, like if you're watching this video 3-4 months after I'm posting it, it'll probably be summer, and at that time if you are going to be using this product, then you could maybe use this as a moisturizer as well. Again, completely works for you, like depending on how you want to make it work for you. It is a lightweight, again like gel consistency, slightly silicone-y, so again I don't use too much product, but even if I do end up using a little bit more product, I feel like my skin will just absorb it all because it's dry right now. So yeah, keeping that in mind, that's what like the texture and consistency is like. I did mention one more thing about this product that I found a little off, is that when I first got it, it had like this pink color, like a dark pink runny kind of color, and even in their marketing images I've seen the same color. But now if I pump it out and swatch it, it's more of like a pukey brown color. So it has definitely changed color over time, which is a little bit weird to me. So again, I don't know if, you know, the efficaciousness of the product has changed or not. I cannot really vouch for that personally. I mean, it makes sense, right? And apart from that, in terms of how effective it's been, because I have gotten questions on this particular product in my DMs and comments asking me that, have you tried this out and does it work for your pigmentation? My answer would be yes and no. I'm kind of in that I don't know wala spot, because I am also currently using my favorite retinoid at night, which is the Earth Rhythm Rapid Renew Concentrate, and that one really works very well on my post-acne hyperpigmentation. So because I've been using this in the daytime and that one at night, I feel like my skin has cleared up a lot, like not just the bumps and the texture, but even if I like take off all my makeup and you see my skin in real life, it has cleared up quite a bit. And I would give like majority points for that to the retinoid, because I already have used the retinoid in the past as well, and I know that that one really works very well with my hyperpigmentation. So that's the reason I feel like that's kind of the product that's been doing more. Whereas this specific one, I know I should have not used both the products together to see the efficaciousness of this, but I will just say this. In my experience till date, whenever I have used these like lightening, brightening, pigmentation correction products, be it azelaic acid, be it kojic acid, tranexamic acid, whatever like product I've used in one of these categories, it has never worked for me on its own. I have always needed to use it along with other things like AHAs or retinoids or whatever to see an actual improvement. So if you are like, I just want to use one product that's going to help with everything, I would highly recommend a retinoid. if you feel like you don't want to use a retinoid, I would say that continue using these sort of products. Just use it along with other things like AHAs at least, because then I feel like you'll actually notice a difference. Don't depend on just one product to help you with everything, if that makes any sense, because when I have done that in the past, it's never worked out for me. So basis of my personal anecdotal experience, it's just hard for me to say ki use this one product and it's going to help with your hyperpigmentation, because that's just not the case, you know. If you just want to be super minimalistic, if you're like, give me one thing that's going to work for me in terms of pigmentation and I don't want anything else, I would just say go ahead and get a retinoid, you know. It can be a journey, it can be a learning experience in the beginning, but in the end it's going to be worth it, I feel, because now I'm someone that, because it's helped so much with my post acne marks, I'm very comfortable to be without any makeup in person around people, and I don't feel conscious at all. In fact, even when I had them, I didn't really feel conscious, but now I just feel more confident because, you know, it's helped to fade in all those marks and all that stuff. So yeah, that's about this product. So I know my review wasn't super duper helpful, but I hope that it helped at least someone out there. Moving on, next, the last product is going to be the Isntee Clear Skin 8% AHA Essence. Now, the first thing I want to tell you about this product is that even though it's called an essence, I would just call this a toner, like a more hydrating toner that also has AHAs in it. Because that's what the consistency is like. First I thought कि when I pump it out तो थोड़ा maybe like gooey, fluidy kind of होगा, but a little bit more thicker in terms of consistency. But नहीं, this is completely a toner. I pump a couple of pumps of this on a cotton pad and just wipe it all across my face, and that's how I feel like I'm able to like best use this. Apart from that, I just want to tell you that don't let the AHA 8% scare you, because this is something that is super duper gentle. It's never irritated my skin, it's never felt like too much. Even if I'm using other products in my skincare routine on the same day, like after applying this, if I use like the Plum Renewed Clarity Night Gel, that one along with this one doesn't feel like too much of exfoliation. I'm not over exfoliating at all. So the 8% had scared me a little bit, if I'm being completely honest, in the starting. But don't be scared by this product, because it's not going to be too much, at least in my personal opinion and for my personal skin, which is pretty tolerant, pretty resilient, and it's gotten to be that way over time. It's not like it was that way from the starting. In the starting, I would obviously use much milder products, but now my skin has gotten pretty used to you know, different percentages and different concentrations of AHA. So this one works pretty well, it works perfectly fine. Apart from that, this is going to give you all the typical benefits that an AHA would. It's going to exfoliate your skin over time, help in keeping your skin pimple free, spot free, acne free. Not acne free, but at least pimple free, I want to say, because acne can be like a skin condition wala thing that I don't think a topical product can completely treat. Of course it can help, but for me personally, to keep my skin pimple free and breakout free, I feel like this does a great job. I would use this every I want to say once in 3 to 4 days is typically how I tend to use it, because I use my retinoids every other day, and then on my non-retinoid nights I'm either using this or I'm using a salicylic acid. So depending on what my skin feels like, I would use one or the other. So that's how I tend to use this particular product. And if you're wondering कि ज़्यादा ख़त्म क्यों नहीं हुआ अब तक, that is the main reason why, because I don't use this every other day or even every day for that matter. So that's why it's going to take me a while to go through this, which I'm again completely and totally okay with that too. So yeah, that's that. I hope that my thoughts and opinions on all these products were helpful to you in some sort of way, and I hope I covered everything that I wanted to cover. If you still have any more questions about any of these products, or if you want me to try out any other products that you have seen in my past haul videos that you also want to see a review on, or if you just want to see a review on a product in general that I haven't spoken about, maybe it's on my mind too, maybe I know about it, maybe I don't know about it, you'll just have to let me know for me to then figure out if I want to try it out or not and review it for you guys. So definitely make sure that you leave a comment down below and let me know that. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.